What would you say if I said to you, you could swing like a tour pro? You're probably thinking, who are you kidding? But bear out with me for a while. I'm going to show you what I believe to be the magic move that all the tour players make, or at least most of them make. We all know intellectually that tour players swing the club differently from one to the other. But many people react by saying, but they're all the same at impact. And that simply is not true. You have players like Tiger Woods who at impact have their shoulders very square to the target with their hips open. And then you have someone like Jim Furyk who will have his shoulders and his hips open as he strikes the ball. There is always many variations, even at impact, with the tour players. But there is one movement that they have which nearly all of them make in particularly the same way. And that is the transition, meaning the place where the backswing ends and the downswing starts. And the reason why it's similar in all of them is because they all have the ability to keep their swing flowing all the time. And when in that flow state, they use what is a natural inbuilt movement. It's something that the body is hardwired to do. And that is that when it changes direction from moving one way to another way, the body fires itself through a particular sequence. Now this may sound a bit technical, but I'm going to show you one simple way of doing this that all of you have done at some time in your life. And even if you haven't done it for a while, with a little bit of practice, you'll get it right very, very quickly. This transition, the way it works in a good player and a tour player, is as they're finishing their backswing, before their arms have completed, their lower half begins to unwind. It begins to settle itself ready to change that direction to come forward to the finish of the swing. So we've actually got things moving in different directions. We've got the arms going one way, the legs settling down to begin to move another way. And you think, well, that could be hard to coordinate, but I guarantee you, all of you have got this hardwired into your system to do it already. And I'll show you exactly why. You pick a golf ball up to throw it, or any ball to throw it, and you make a fairly athletic throw. What you'll do is you'll wind up, and as you go to throw, your arm will be going back, your legs will start to push forward, and you get this natural transition, this natural flow of energy of going one way, switching to go another way. And we'll see it here as I go through a throw. There, you'll see that change of direction. That's exactly the movement that you're looking for in a golf swing. Very often, the reason that a high handicapper or an amateur golfer would not have that movement is because their focus is on trying to hit the golf ball. And in trying to hit the golf ball, there's almost a stop at the top of the swing. Everything ends, then it restarts together. You break your rhythm and you lose your style. The tour players are never trying to hit the golf ball. They're trying to make a free-flowing golf swing. And then that gives them this natural throwing motion that I've just demonstrated to you. The way you evolve that into the golf swing is you do one-handed golf swings. You hold the club in your right hand if you're a right-handed player. And what you're going to do is make some swings with this. Sometimes you might find it easier to do it the other way initially. The good thing with swinging it this way is you'll hear a swishing noise. So what my imagination now is to feel as though I'm going to throw the end of the club down the golf range. So I swing back and I really feel like I'm going to wind it up and throw the club down the range. That's my feeling. Obviously, don't throw it. But that feeling of wind up and throw it. Now, that automatically puts me in the same place as if I'm throwing. You can see this transitional move here becomes the same. It then doesn't matter what your backswing is like to some extent. If you're a little bit flat or if you're a little bit upright, the transition has the ability to pull you back into a good position. So everybody has different styles. Yes, there's some value in trying to correct some of those things, but you could get too paranoid about it when you can have this one magic move. So practice some one-handed swings. Start with some throwing. Move on to some one-handed swings. Hear that swishing noise. Put the club the other way around. You'll still hear the swishing noise, but focus on the movement as if you're throwing. Hit some one-handed shots. That's the progression.